Mm. All right, y'all. Not having the best day today, so I'm gonna make this short and sweet for the review for NXT. Okay. Top comments of the day is gonna go to Brandy, Kenny Ken, and Icy Brazy. Thank y'all for coming in early and being my top commenters of the day. Coming in right when I go live. NXT is still going with the Grayson Waller effect and Trick and Carmelo. And I'm not trying to be mean to either of them. They cool. I just I kind of see where that's gonna go. Grayson's probably gonna get the drop on them, or Carmelo's gonna get the drop on Grayson. Either way, that's how it's gonna end. And I'm not really worried about all of that. So let's just get it started. All right. So hello, Kayla. Am I good? Yeah, I'm okay. It's not nothing to have a whole Discord about. It's cool. No, you don't need to slash no tires. You could. Oh, I appreciate that, Brandy. Thank you. Hello, Janelle. Hello, young boy Jay. Okay, so NXT kicked off actually with this match between these three teams. I was hoping that the Dyad would get the championships from Gallus, but it looks like they have put Schism onto the Creed brothers with Ava Rain going after Ivy after she got involved. It's a lot going on in NXT, and there's a lot of misinformation being out there. I don't know if this was the Dyad's final match with NXT, and they're just gonna be like, hold on. Sorry about that. It was something on my nail. But um with the Dyad being there, I thought the Dyad were gonna be leaving. They definitely put out the press release, but WWE didn't say anything. WWE didn't put out a press release, and usually they do. When people are released from the company, they put out a press release letting people know that they have been released from the company. That never happened. So that's another red flag that I'm not looking forward to. And then I mean that I'm like, that's a little iffy. That's a little weird. They usually put out a whole ass press release. Good luck on your future endeavors, or breaking such and such has been released. They never did that. So it seems like the Dyad has been able to work things out, or at least things haven't gotten that far for right now. So there was a match between these three. It didn't even get started in the beginning. Initially, the match the match broke down before it even got started. Like, it 100% was a full-on battle between all three teams, and as the show continued to progress and it continued to go on, that battle got even bigger and bigger. And of course, each team had their supporters, with Joe Gacy and Ava Rain on the Dyad side, and then you had Gallus with Joe Coffey, and of course you had um the Creed brothers with Ivy, and everybody was doing what they do, which is lend their support to their respective team. Ultimately, Gallus was able to cause enough distraction in order for them to pick up the win, and Brutus was the one who ate the pin. It was Brutus who ate the pin. The Dyad weren't even a part of the pin. So that leads me to the belief the Dyad still have another opportunity at Gallus's championships. When that opportunity will happen, I am not sure. So it wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't great either. Not in terms of it being immaculately beautiful and amazing. It was a good match between these three teams, but it wasn't over the top greatness. It just was good. And the only reason why it wasn't over the top greatness for me is because I definitely wanted Dyad to get that championship. I've been advocating for GYV for a very, very long time. And so I hope at Battleground, since I don't think they're going to be wrestling that spring break in. Hello, Aaliyah. How are you? Okay, so that was it. That's all they're gonna do. Why is he holding this shoe?
I don't know.
What's the shoe? What does the shoe mean?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. Whatever. I'm not in the mood, nor do I care anymore. Like, what does the shoe mean? It's odd to me. Whatever. Anyways, let's move on to the next match that I actually ended up. Odyssey came out there, was getting ready to have a match. I don't know who he was having a match with, but he was gonna have a match, and eventually he got beat down by Braun Breaker. Now I'm gonna not take it to where I always take it, and I'm just gonna say I don't like it, but they're doing it how they want to do it. Anyways, Braun came out there talking a lot of shit. He don't like the fact that Chase U has a lot of mediocrity in it. He don't care for the mediocrity of Chase U. He thinks that it's stupid and it's childish or whatever the case may be. And I was like, okay, great. Then Duke Hudson came out there. And Duke Hudson was just like, we is not about to dog my mentor, Andre Chase. Duke Hudson was out there talking his shit, and that shit was funny. I liked it, and I'm like, you know what? Duke Hudson finally showing some range and personality. It's funny. It was interesting to watch. It was funny, and I liked it. And the only thing I hated was that his punk ass punked out at the end and made the match between Grayson Waller and not Grayson Waller, but made the match between Braun Breaker and Andre Chase. I say Grayson Waller because I'm looking at him, so I'm sorry. But I was so mad at him for that, and I was just like, bro, like you being real petty right now, bro. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you didn't even have to go there. Fam was being real petty. So now there's a match between excuse me, Andre Chase and Brian Breaker, who wasn't even there to talk for himself. Um, and I'm just like, bruh, like, what is going on here? What is happening? I'm like, how you gonna make this match with this man? And your ass ain't even like you 5 years off the line. You're like you real wrong for this. So that's happening. Okay. Now we got a couple other matches. Dijak was put up against Apollo Cruz. Stellar match between Apollo Cruz and Dijak. I really, really liked it. They were going at it, but in the end, Dijak was able to pick up the win. Now, Dijak tried to take it a few steps further and continue to double down on his attack on Apollo Cruz. And that's when we saw Ilya Dragunov come out there and take out Dijak. So these two are probably, I believe they mentioned it in the show that next week they're going to be fighting it out on spring break-in. All right, this is gonna be a TV PLE, so there's that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right, and you tip. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not like the best day in the world, but it's an okay day. Um, I'm alive. I can say that I'm living. I'm breathing, and I will say that things life is life right now, but it's gonna be all right. Is the best way to put it. But anyways, hold on, y'all. So there have been a couple matches made for spring break in. It's already set in stone. And y'all just hold tight. Just hurl on, child. Hold on, let me go to y'all comments. Hey, Don. Not hey, bitches. Anyways, we saw the girls have a match today. Zoe Starks and Roxanne Perez wrestled today, and this led to a stare down between three women: Tiffany Stratton, Indy Hartwell, and Roxanne Perez. Now, Roxanne Perez was battling it with Zoe Stark, and Zoe almost got the drop on her, but Roxanne was able to hit that pop rocks, and that was it for them. Game over. Zoe is out. Roxanne is in. Now, Indy Hartwell says she wants to be a fighting champion. So she made it very clear that Roxanne, she wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Roxanne. So she said, Roxanne, I'm going to give you the first opportunity at this title. And of course, Tiffany Stratton is named the number one contender, which I wasn't clear of how that happened, but I guess it's because of how well she's been doing. I mean, sure, whatever works for you. But Stratton was named the number one contender. At least that's what Roxanne said. And Roxanne has had her eye on Stratton as well. So when the match was over between Roxanne and Zoe Starks, her name is Zoe Stark. I wish she would just add an S on the end of it because it just irritates me. I do. Like, it just irritates me. Anyways, when the match was over with Zoe, Roxanne was basically waiting in the ring for Indy because her music hit. She came in the ring and she told her what she needed to tell her. And then she told her, how about at spring break in, it's me versus you. And Roxanne made it very clear, while we're friends in and out of the ring, when it comes to that NXT championship, it's every woman for themselves. So she said, you're on. Now that's when Tetherball Titty brought her ass out there and was talking. I turned her down because I don't like the sound of Tiffany Stratton's voice. So I don't know what she said, nor do I care. The match was made into a triple threat. Shawn Michaels accepted it, and that's what it is. At spring break in, the girls are going to be fighting. Now, there was a second women's match on the show today between fuck ass Cora and Gigi Dolan. Now, I knew that this match was not just going to be a straight up match because JC Jane's horse teeth looking ass is always running and mixing it up in somebody else's business. She ain't never doing what she got to do for herself. Oh, nay. JC got to be in the mix of Gigi's business. So while this match was going on and the girls were fighting back and forth, Gigi Dolan got involved with JC Jane, and that's how Cora was able to get the drop on Gigi. Ultimately, Cora won the match, and before Cora could open her fuck ass mouth, Lyra got up there on the stage with all the smoke they could create, all the smoke they could find, all the train smoke they could pump into this building to make sure this bitch looks ethereal and mysterious, honey. They almost had too much smoke in there. You couldn't even see her. I said, damn. If you're gonna be theatrical, let the theatrics be right. Y'all had too much smoke going on in there. Now I remember Nicole went to an NXT takeover. I think it was one that was on the weekend of Mania one year. And she was talking because Finn was there. And she was talking about how the smoke from Finn's entrance was so damn thick that she and the rest of the people that was close by had to tell them to turn the shit off. Like y'all know y'all smoke machines is on some heroin type shit. Like y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta calm down with the smoke. The smoke is killing us. It's killing us, babes. Anyways, Cora couldn't even talk because Lyra just told her straight up. She said, "You and I gonna be in a battle." And she said, "The time for talking is over. Once we get into this fight, then we'll see if you could really live up to the lethalness of your mouth." Now, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Donnie said, "Hey," he said, "honestly, same. Stark bothers me. I can't do it." JC ass was on straight dirt. Then after the whole thing with them, they followed JC outside because Gigi Dolan didn't even give a shit about losing the match after she got pinned. That bitch got out the ring and just went straight after JC. Okay, JC's leaving the building and she says the most disgusting thing about this girl and her brother and her family. Now I am okay for telling a story, right? And I understand that this is a story and of course Gigi had to approve what was said or she just don't know. But here's the thing. When you start involving my family in the drama. Now, don't get me wrong. Gigi has made a point to make her personal life the central focus of the conversation when it comes to why she is the way that she is, right? And I understand that. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Listen first before you start to jump in the comments, all right? Me personally, just because I am talking about my family don't mean that you can talk about my family. So especially you being my former friend. Like I got a cold, right? And the way I see it is unless you do something so egregious to me that causes me to lose all other respect for you. If you and I fall out as friends, nothing that you have told me in confidence is gonna be leaking out like we some motherfucking I'm out here snitching and narking on you just because you and I aren't friends anymore. That's not how I roll. I'm not saying I'm gonna be loyal to a fault, but I understand that in that moment in time, the conversations that you and I have had was between me and you. So whatever was said is protected by the confidence of our former friendship and current friendship. Let's put it that way. So I would never do anything like that unless you have done something egregious to me. Unless you have done something that is on that level or higher to me, then that's when the gloves is off. But if we just, friends and we fell out, I would never do that. So this is what I'm saying. Y'all in the parking lot and you talking mad greasy about this girl. You in the parking lot talking about how this girl abandoned her brother and you said it with such hate and vitriol. Like I would knock your fucking eyes straight. I will dot your shit before I let you say something disrespectful about me or my brother. Now, if my mom's was the way her mother was, child, fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about that. But the moment you start talking about my brother, like I just left him, I had to do what I had to do to take care of him. And you know the deal. And you out here spreading these lies like this. Oh, bitch, the gloves is off. I'm going to make sure. I am going to make sure that you feel every piece of what I got. Every minute of it. Okay? That's just me personally. If I was Gigi, I'd take her ass to the night water, straight up. You are going under. And you may not come back up, babes. Okay? Which would be your next bet, would be the House of Wheels. That's where I would be, making sure you was purposely laid to rest. Anyways, Eddie Thorpe was in the back and he was talking about being Native American and making his way in this industry and really enjoying it. And Soul Glow with the lisp came out there and started talking shit. Now I changed the channel. Okay, because I don't like him. I don't like him and his Soul Glow grip. I don't like that Jerry Curl juice and overly that nasty overbite he got with that juicy lip. Like he just make me want. I don't like that man. I don't have no holler for that man. Even as a heel, he sucks. And there's very often that I dislike a person like this. I may not like heels, but there are certain heels that I can deal with and really tolerate and like love to hate. He is somebody that I just cannot fucking stand. I do not like Damon Kemp. I don't like him. I think he is such a little shit and not in a good way. Like he is just a little shit. And he has no charisma, no charm. He has absolutely nothing. There's nothing about that man that says star quality material to me. And I understand that oftentimes WWE has to balance their roster out so they have a more of a mid card, place. But even in the mid card of WWE, you've got some of the biggest stars to walk through the doors. Okay. He is not going to be one of them. He is just not. And it looked like his brother is washing out before he can even get started. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to see nothing that has to do with Damon Kemp. But if Thorpe can whoop his ass, then so fucking be it. Okay, but I'm not gonna sit there and actually watch this match between the two of them. I just want to see how it ends because I don't give a damn. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. Now, Noam Dar had a match today, and he went up against somebody named Bourne. I can't remember his first name, but I will say this: Noam Dar is a good wrestler. He always has been, but he did not have an easy fight against this dude today. That dude put up a fight. Okay, and he looked good doing it. If they give him the right type of character and the right type of structure, he could be great. And I really, really think that Noam Dar is a good heel to have. He has that cocky and arrogance, but he's a little fun. He's a little bit more fun to watch. Okay, so with respect to Noam Dar, he got his ass whooped today against Bourne. They was in there fighting. That was a good match between the two of them. But ultimately, Dar won. He keep lugging around this fuck ass trophy, which is just weird to me. That trophy is odd, and I don't care what anybody says. That trophy is odd, so I don't care. The trophy don't really mean nothing to me, but if it means something to you, great, amazing. We love that for you. Okay, hold tight, y'all. This is the heartbreak. Welcome to the heartbreak. Let me see what y'all doing in the comments. He said Eddie can thwart me. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. He said I'm grown, child. Have at it. Whatever works for you, babes. Oh, it was Miles. Okay. Hi, Tirza. You missed the whole show. I won't say you didn't miss nothing. There was some pretty good matches. The triple threat match between Gallus, Dyad, and Creed is it was a solid match. So if you ever get the chance to go back and watch it, you should. Zoe and Roxanne went up against each other. Roxanne beat Zoe. Gallus retained their championship. Noam Dar beat Miles Bourne today. Getting into Wesley and Charlie Dempsey's match. So Wesley went up against Charlie Dempsey, and for the most part, it was a pretty solid match between the two of them. Of course, Drew Gulak got involved before the match could even get started, and he also attacked Wesley during the match. Ultimately, his involvement is what cost Charlie Dempsey the match in the first place. If you ask me, if Drew Gulak had just let Charlie do Charlie, this could have gone another way, and it wouldn't have been nobody's fault. It just would have been the way the chips fell. But because Drew Gulak involved himself in that match, that cost Charlie Dempsey the match itself. With all that being said, Wesley did retain his North American Championship, but not without receiving a beatdown from both Charlie and Drew Gulak. It was pretty bad. And Malcolm is currently on my shit list mad. Oh, that's unfortunate. Wesley did beat Charlie Dempsey today. He just got beat up. Noam Dar won his match against Miles Bourne. If I said it wrong, I apologize. But he got beat up like really bad at the end of the match. What else happened? Did I say everything?
I think so.
Ilya came out during Apollo Crews and Old Boys match. And then you had the final moments of the show with Grayson Waller and Carmelo Hayes. I didn't watch it. I was sitting here with y'all. I did see them standing up at the end, and Grayson Waller keeps walking around with this fucking shoe. Somebody tell me what this shoe is supposed to mean. Like, he keeps drinking out of his own shoe, which is disgusting to say the least. But I just don't understand. I'm so confused by this. I'm so fucking confused. Hi, Nicole. I did see that. Well, the end. Okay. I don't understand what's going on, but I do know that these two are going to have a fight next week at Spring Break In. Now, I didn't get to watch, or nor did I care to listen to it. He said it's an Australian thing. I'm going to say that that's not true. I think it's a Grayson Waller thing. I don't think it's an Australian thing. It just looks stupid to me. Like, why are you holding up your shoe next to this man's NXT title? Are you going to hold up your shoe? Like, are you going to hold up your shoe when you hold the NXT championship? Let's say you win. What are you going to hold up? The shoe or your title? Like, what? What the fuck? It's an Australian thing. They pour beverages into their own shoes. They call them shoeies. That part is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him having his shoe holding over his head next to Carmelo holding up a title. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But Carmelo and Grayson are friends, and that shit was funny. They were shooting the fuck out on each other. Okay. I didn't listen to it or watch it. So I really wasn't concerned about what they were saying. I was more concerned about why he had that shoe in his hand in the first place. But if that's the fine, if that's it, fine. What can you expect from a man whose lips are always dry and chapped? He drinks out of the shoe. That's what the shoe is for. Oh, okay. So it was to show him that that's how he gonna celebrate. Okay, great. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? No, it quite literally only happens on the island of no ropes and creepy critter crawlies. Okay. He said once he beats him, he's gonna be celebrating. God, it just looked weird. I'm being honest, like it just looked weird. I know that that's the thing that he does, but it just looked odd. It looked odd to me. Like, think about what I'm saying. Like, pretend like you didn't hear any of the shit that he said to Carmelo and what Carmelo said to him, right? And then you happen to look at the television and there's a grown man standing in a ring with his curled up gold sneaker next to somebody who has a belt in their hand, and they're both holding it up like it's the prize of the century. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Do you see how weird that looks? That looks weird. It's like, what are you doing? Like, do you covet the championship or your funky ass shoe? It's disgusting. He said, no argument here because the fuck you drinking out of the shoe for? He can drink out of his shoe. I just didn't understand the significance of it sitting on the table. But having heard what y'all said, he said, it makes sense. It just, like I said, like if I was to just happen to flip to the show and I see this, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is going on? Why does he have a shoe in his hand? Like, I know Grayson Waller drinks out of his shoe. I'm aware of that. I understand that. But it's just like, bitch, why are you holding it? Why are you holding it over your head like a fucking championship? What is wrong with you? Whatever. I according to Aaliyah, that's what they do in Australia. It's an Australian thing. She said that they pour beverages into their own shoes and they call them shoeies. Ugh, that's fucking nasty. I'm gonna be honest, that's fucking gross. You're gross, bro. Like, cause I know your feet got to smell like bounce that ass in them damn shoes. Ain't no way. There's no way you not drinking musty ass, funky ass water with skin chips in it. Especially if you spray your foot with tough acting, tenactin, and then you out there sweating and stinking. Ooh, baby, that's nasty. That is nasty, honey. Oh, that's sick. She said Australia is a fever dream that I cannot explain over type or even understand it. Child, that's gross. That really is gross. She said not bounce that ass. It gotta be. There ain't no way Grayson Waller smells like fucking roses after the shit he be doing in the ring. Ain't no way. I know them feet is tied, busted, okay, disgusted on some blue face shit, nigga. Ain't no fucking way. But I'm trying to find the graphic cards for spring breaking. And I can't find them. I can only find Grayson Waller's and Carmelo Hayes graphic card. I can't find the rest of them. It's weird. I'm gonna look for the match card. Heard all y'all. Let me see if Fightful got it. Let me see. Let me see. They only got one picture. I'm probably gonna end up having to go to Twitter to talk about it, or at least to pull it up. So it is what it is. I ain't mad about it, y'all. Ew, they ain't made them. They made some of them. They got some of them. I was able to pull some of them off the internet. So spring breaking is next week, okay? And we're supposed to have a couple matches. Oh, I forgot to talk about something. So let me tell y'all about Briggs and Jensen, okay? I ain't never seen a motherfucker so pussy whipped a day in my life, and ain't never had a touch of it, ain't never tasted it, looked at it, smelled it, nothing. This nigga ain't even seen it, and he has changed his entire outlook on life, what he wearing, who he like, who he talked to. He done just destroyed his relationship with his friends, all for this funky coochie bitch. Child, the mess, honey. The absolute mess. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's a mess. It's a whole lot of child. I said, oh God. He came in there with them white loafers on and his ankles out, got his hair pressed. He didn't even, I'm like, damn, Kiana, you couldn't take him to go get a nice little lineup fade on the side. You were just like, let's get this flat iron and give you a good Brazilian blowout. Cause I ain't got time to be tracking your ass around the city. That's all fuck ass Kiana could do. She knew what she was doing. I told y'all that bitch was on some nefarious, felonious shit. I told y'all. I ain't stupid. They won them damn tag team titles on happenstance. That was all part of her fucking plan. Okay, it was all a part of the plan. Cause she knew Fallon and then wasn't having that shit, right? So now the bitch like Briggs, I want to talk to you. He doesn't want to have anything to do with you. And it's all because of you guys why we lost the championship. Bitch, I watched the match. The reason why you lost the championship was because of you and that little dick whip bitch you got with you. That's why you lost the championship. It had nothing to do with Fallon. It didn't have nothing to do with him. It was all you. Where the fuck was your antennas when the bitch was laid out in the middle of the ring, being carried to the back by that behemoth of a walking shit stain you call a boyfriend? Okay, that's what the fuck happened. So don't try to make it seem like it was their fault that you lost the match. If your ass ain't up to par, then bitch, you ain't up to par. You were not prepared to go up against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, so you got your ass handed to you, and then you left your partner to clean up all the scraps by herself. Meanwhile, you got Briggs in there running around like a fucking weirdo, talking about use the bag, use the bag. Don't nobody want that ugly ass bag. Why you couldn't be like Maurice and put your shit in a cute little bag? Put a brick in the bag, but make the bag look cute. You walk around here with a whole ass 1994 messenger bag with your initials bedazzled on the front. Yo, crispy burnt looking ass is walking around with all the thickest foundation that you can find. Bitch, I'm on your ass like white on rice. I'm on your ignorant ass like white on rice. You know, piss me off. I had to sit up here and watch this grown man talk to his friends like this after they've been trying to save his punk ass from your stupid ass claws. And you've been saying the dumbest shit that I have heard. Girl, go to hell. Go to hell, Kiana. When it all come out in the wash and this little idiot figures out what the hell you've been trying to do, then it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late then. And if I was Fallon, I'd whoop his ass and your ass. Because I'm tired. Fallon, like, I'm trying to help you out. Bitch, why is you here? Get out of my shit. Then he come in the bar and he wipe his hand on the bar and like, ew, bitch. If it's you, your ass was laying in it a few months ago, rolling around in it like the pig that you are, and now all of a sudden it's too good for you. What happened? Kiana taught you how to wash your ass. Is that what happened? She taught you how to put a rag between your cheeks. Mm-hmm. The nerve of you. She didn't teach you how to brush them. I can tell you that. She didn't teach you that. There was all kinds of plaque blocked all up on them teeth since today. And you just a cheesing with them damn chiclets. I never knew your teeth could be two different colors. That's interesting. Anyway, they decided to make these two into a mixed tag match. Okay, so it's going to be fuck ass Kiana and her fuck ass boy going up against Fallon and her bag, because I can't never tell the difference between Briggs or Jensen. I don't know which one is which. So that's what they're gonna be doing. More than likely, fuck ass Kiana gonna beat Fallon and them. And I don't care. At this point, I just don't care about none of it. I don't know where her big titty assistant is at. I don't know where she is. She just disappeared. She just disappeared, but everything else seemed to be a go. I want to know what else, what the rest of this plan is, and where it's going, and where's Sebastian gonna pop up? Cause we ain't seen Sebastian yet. Okay, and I'm just ready for this to get out of the pocket, get to rolling. They done slow dripped us into this descent of an abyss of stupidity for the last 4 months. So now I'm ready for this shit to ramp up. Girl, kick your plan into high gear so we can see what the fuck is going on. Okay, because we don't have time. What I'm not about to do is sit up here and watch you with your highly, your highly orange tan skin, oompa loompa looking bitch, run around here with this clammy, pink and white looking bitch on national television. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. We not finna do it. No. No, y'all gonna get y'all shit together and end this shit right now. Listen here, Shawn Michaels, you and that one eye you got, you're gonna have to speed this damn story up, okay? Because I'm not gonna sit here for the next 2 months watching these two run around talking stupid shit and doing dumb. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. Kiss my ass, okay? I'm just not. Shit. Hold on. Off topic tip, did you see Bianca on the Kevin Hart show? I sure did. I sure did. I watched it. It was funny. Montez was hilarious on there. Kevin was funny. And Bianca was hilarious. They all looked like they had a good time on the show, and I'm glad that they did. It was a good show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you go and watch it because it was funny. It was funny. And Bianca briefly touched on the things that she's always spoken about. She was very open and honest with Kevin, and they was talking about her how she got contacted to be and go for tryouts, and when she went for tryouts and everything that they did. And she just talked about how her last thing that that she wants to accomplish is beating Charlotte Flair, which I know is going to happen at the next WrestleMania. It's gonna be Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair, and it's gonna be a knockdown drag out match between the two of them. It's gonna be fire. Okay, Charlotte's gonna get drafted to Raw during the draft this year. I just know it. And then Charlotte's gonna be breathing down Bianca's neck for that damn championship. And once she get that belt, if she gets the belt, once we get to WrestleMania for next year, it's gonna be hot. Okay, it's gonna be hot. I love it. And Bianca is going to be the only woman to have beaten all four horsewomen at, and it's just the best, right? Bianca's breaking barriers and setting records. She's the longest reigning African American champion, period, of all in the WWE. She's the long one of the longest reigning um she's the longest reigning women African American women's championship. Like it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be great. When Kiana breaks Jensen's heart, I won't feel bad for him because Henley Briggs and everyone was warning him, but no, he wants to be gaslighted by her. I ain't worried about it. His punk ass gonna get what he get. Fuck him. Shit. Clammy bitch ain't phasing me. Not now. Anytime you can stand in a man's face and treat him the way he treated his partner and friend, and that man is almost about to be at tears because he was there for you, and he's like, listen, whatever is going on with you and Kiana, that's your business, but we're family. He said no. That would have been the end of that. Done with you. You, this orange Oopa Loopa bitch you got right here, that clammy ass, nasty ass skin you got, you can go to hell and take this bitch with you. But I'm pretty sure her Oompa Loompa ass gonna do the dance with the devil to get out and leave your stupid ass behind. Okay? That's how I be. I'm a vindictive bitch. I cut you deep. I ain't gonna tell your business, but I sure cut you where I can make sure you bleed heavy. I'll tear you up. Shit. Kiana can't run away from the truth because what happens in the dark always comes to light. Oh well, she earned enough. She shining through. Shit, the fuck. She said my obsession with Bianca is real. I love her so much. I can see. If Charlie don't get that taco in the oven, well, I see you was wrong. You didn't have to. It don't have to be a taco. Don't say that. Don't you say she's 17 days away from the longest reigning Raw champ. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. That's period. Let's go, Bianca. She's such a star. You know what I saw on TikTok the other day, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go and leave y'all to it. She said, "You need to chill. I need to chill. You just referred to a baby that Charlotte Flair might have with Andrade and called it a taco, and then turned around and called it an enchilada. No, baby, you need to chill." Now, if I want to talk about that pasty, dilapidated bitch and that orange Oompa Loompa hoe he messing with, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm just going off of what I see. When they hands locked, I saw a carrot and a parsnip locking hands together in front of me. Okay, that's what I saw. All right, I'm just causing it like I see it. Now, shit. Okay. I was on TikTok yesterday. That messed me up. He messed me up. So he said, like the show Apple and Onion, very much so. Oh my God. He messed me up so bad. Every time I see her, I just beam with pride. She's a beautiful, beautiful representation. I hope this generation of wrestling fans realize how lucky they are that they have her to look up to. I think that they truly are very lucky to have her, and I think they understand that. But speaking of Bianca, there was a lady on TikTok that was talking about the 7 female archetypes. And at first I was just like, oh God, here we go. But they were talking about how a woman, you can see a woman and say she's beautiful, but then you see another form of beauty from her, how her energy radiates from her, and it just exudes from her naturally. It doesn't matter if she wears makeup or not, she just has a pretty essence that is in her, it exudes from her, and it's a part of her personality. And that made me think of Bianca, because every time that somebody speaks about being around her or speaking about her, they always say how great she is. The same thing goes for Naomi. They always talk about the light that she exudes, how sweet she is, how beautiful she is inside and out. Naomi and Bianca both have that aura that just draws people to them naturally. And I think that that is what people are so attracted to when they see her and Naomi. It's just their natural inner beauty that you're seeing, and it just exudes in so many ways. And you gotta love that, because black women don't get that type of respect. They don't get that type of love and admiration on a daily basis. So when you see that, and you finally get to see that in representation on television, especially when they're talented, they're athletic, they're beautiful, they're smart, they're funny, they have a way to relate to everybody, white, black, Asian, indifferent. Everybody can relate to you, everybody likes you, everybody sees you, and just they just want to be next to you. It is an interesting thing to see, but it also makes you feel good that we can be seen in that light, and it's not always in this negative, hood type of depiction of us. Despite the fact that I love a good hood bitch. I like a girl who tell it like it is, and she ain't trying to front and cover up and do no she ain't trying to be no code switching and none of that to make other people comfortable for who she is. She just is who she is. Bianca is one of those girls. She speaks eloquently. She has a way of being down to earth when you see her and you speak to her. Like today, she was with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has a tendency to outshine people when he's talking, because he does have a gift of gab. He can be naturally funny and just do things off the cuff in situations where it may not be funny when somebody else does it, but it's funny because Kevin is doing it, right? But Bianca was able to play off of him very well, as was Montez. I feel like if you put Montez and Kevin Hart in the room, fun gonna happen with that shit. it's going down because Montez stupid. So it was an interesting thing to see. I'm very happy for Bianca and Montez because they deserve the world just like anybody else. And I can't wait to see if they do it. Did Becky do a Cold as Balls episode with Kevin? I don't think so. Seth definitely should. That should be funny. Are you kidding me? I mean, I seen Undertaker's Cold as Balls, but he boring anyway. So it's just I ain't seen nobody else do Cold as Balls yet, but I could be wrong because I usually don't watch stuff with when it's outside of the WWE, but you do get some insight into people and what they bring to the table. Like Don always watches Ryan Satin's interviews when the superstars go over there or something big happens with them. He usually does one interview with the superstar a week, and Don usually watches it and he gets a little bit more insight into their character development or what they're trying to do, and certain things that we speculate they kind of elaborate on, which makes life a little bit easier to understand what they're trying to do. So I recommend that you watch them, even though I don't watch them, and I just be like, Don, tell me what they said. I don't feel like watching it. Oh God. Tisha said, that's facts. I can attest to that because I met Bianca and she's literally one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And she couldn't have been nicer. Naomi, too. I met and hugged her and told her what she meant to me. And then I went to the bathroom and ugly cried. Oh, people like me for the first time say the same thing about me. Well, Randy got a lot of aura about her. Isn't that sweet? He said, literally, I tune to Out of Character every week. He definitely does. And watch every episode. That's why I just be like, Don, tell me what they said. Who was on there? What they say? And then he'll break it down and explain it. Okay. Yeah. Where you going? I am. I'm not even gonna lie. I had lunch, but I didn't eat dinner. Okay. Because I was talking to your daughter. And then I came up here and was talking to you. Is she gonna have to take him in it? She can always take him to one of those halfway houses. Well, I told her that, or she can call and have him taken to the psychiatric ward. Yeah, she needs to. She got a mission that she got to accomplish. Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't designed. I had to change my intro because they flagged it, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I have to fix that so I don't get flagged in my stuff. He said it's so nice people meet me and be like, I thought you were mean at first. I think people have their first impressions of people when you meet them, and oftentimes when people are not immediately inviting and they're not, and you don't really take the time to get to know them, their base level interpretation of be false because you're not letting people in immediately, and I can understand that. Becky hasn't done one yet. Sasha has though. I've seen Sasha's. It was cute. I saw hers, so that's story of my life done. I realized when I first started talking to Nicole very early on, after the first couple of times I spoke with her, that Nicole just has a deadpan disposition. And she's very matter of fact, which I can appreciate. She means what she says, and there's not a lot of energy she's going to give to things that she doesn't deem to be worth her time. So I've come to learn with Nicole and the way that she acts and her mannerisms pretty easily. She was very easy to read from the beginning. It's just she's very easy, straightforward. Like you, what you see is what you get with her. Don has layers, you know. He's a matter of fact person too, and he stands on what he says. It doesn't matter how anybody feels about it. I can understand how somebody who meets him or somebody who's hearing him speak or you're talking to him, you can misinterpret Don as somebody who's mean. I don't. I just think Don is very quick with the quips. And oftentimes, when you're talking to him, if you are not paying attention, you can take it as a little slight and a little disrespect, but it's not. It's his playful way of speaking. So you have to really listen when you're talking to him. But both of them have a different, completely two different dispositions. And if you're not really taking the time to hear them out when you speak to them, you can misinterpret them as being mean or cross or being a little shady, and it's just simply not the case. But I love them both. Now we getting red. No. She said he said I'm just to myself, but I do have a resting bitch face. Fair. He said I'm learning that small talk ain't really bad. Same, I'm just up front. I loved almost everybody once I've met everyone. That part. He said Damien ain't blocked me on TikTok yet, so I might have some hope, y'all. Jesus be offense. What is your first and current impression of me? Kayla, when I first met you, I thought that you have a very vibrant personality. You talk a lot, you love to talk, you love having conversations with people, and I think that oftentimes you are misinterpreted as well because you have Asperger's. It can cause people to tune you out because you will go on and on and on. But it's just your way of having conversation. Oftentimes, I I let you go because I have a nephew who has autism and he likes to talk like that sometimes too. So I just let him say whatever he needs to say. And but I do think that you're a very sweet person, and when people that you like, you ride for hard, which means you are very loyal and you're very kind. And at your core, you're loving and you're very sweet. But I think a lot of people misinterpret you too because they don't take the time to get to know you. And oftentimes, that is the biggest issue with most people across the board is that they're not taking the time to get to know people and understand how to deal with them personally. I try to deal with people individually on their level. I don't tend to deal with people on a baseline because everybody doesn't fit on that baseline. So if I'm interacting with you, there's a certain way I'm going to speak and talk to you. Whereas if I'm talking to Don, that will change. That will change by Tirza. It'll change by Nicole. It'll change by everybody because everybody's different. Now, if I don't know you, then there is a baseline that I'm going to interact with you. And that's how it is across the board for people I don't know. She said, "Oh shit, we getting red." No. You said, "No, it's been happening to me a lot recently." Wait a minute, what's going on? She said, like, one of my coworkers thought I had hated her because I ain't say good morning one morning. Is she white? Because I'm gonna tell you why she say that. Me too, tears. I'll say like three out of 10 people. 3 out of 10 people that's been in our group chat. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't say good morning to nobody but my mama and who I'm sleeping with at the time. Even if you piss me off, I absolutely take no prisoners verbally. Kayla, yes. It'd be a lot of F's and shits and fucks in there. So, girl, I knew she was. Listen, that's a microaggression. That is a microaggression. I refuse to accept anything other than that. That is a microaggression. You are not obligated to speak to anybody. You are not obligated to speak to everybody. It I don't think that it's rude when you walk into a room, and I generally will walk into a room and speak, or at least nod and acknowledge people. But if you're having a bad day, it's a bad day. It's no slight against the people that are there. Not everybody's always going to speak to you, and you just got to call it like you see and be like, girl, calm down. You are not the center of my universe. I am not obligated to speak to you. But as soon as you don't, they automatically deem you to be mean and an angry black woman. Like, you're always mad, and I don't know how to approach you because you're so mad. And it's like, bitch, I don't even know you. Like, why are you so concerned with whether I speak to you or not? Are you fucking kidding me? That is a microaggression. I'm telling you. I don't want to ask. I don't like 3 out of 10 people. I'm multi-pissed. Oh, Jesus. Like, I had to sit down with Nicole because the manager and my other dummy manager were like, we want to make sure Nicole is okay. She seems like she doesn't want to be here anymore. Okay, girl. They did that to me on the cabin trip. They were chatting and I walked in, but I've been needing to gather myself after I wake up, right? Yourself together. You need space. I was like, I'm and was tired, and I was on a 7, 8 day stretch. All I wanted to do was my job and go home. That's fair. I think I think when it comes to certain jobs, like, people expect you to just come in, be, and this is any job, be hunky dory all the time. You're supposed to have a good disposition, speak to everybody, treat everybody like that. Like, that's some bullshit. I'm working my ass off. I have to do your job and mine, and half of these fucking employees don't want to work. And your biggest concern is me coming in here smiling in your lily white ass every day in your face. You need to be concerned about why these motherfuckers is in. You know what? I done went off. Shit. There is a reason why I had chose to not work in corporate America. There is a reason why, and it is because I do not believe that I would be able to hold my tongue if put in the situations that I hear my husband being put in, my mother, and even when my father was working, the situations that he was in. And while I understand that I have to keep my job, there's a certain level of human decency and respect that I demand. And if you do not give me that, I am out. I already get treated like shit out the gate, just being who I am. I'm not going to do that. And you don't even pay me enough to be able to be treated like I'm just a dog on the street. Absolutely the fuck not. I will quit first. I won't do it. I can't. She said, I did tell her it was a microaggression, because it definitely is. Do she tell the other white girls when they don't speak to her that I feel like you mean or you don't like me? Because I know that's what she said. We feel like Nicole doesn't want to be here. Bitch, I don't. I don't. Who does? Who wakes up in the morning? Oh, yeah. Want to go slay these tacos right quick. Make sure all these evil ass white folks get these motherfucking drinks, these watered down drinks y'all serving. Bitch, none of us want to do that shit. We do it because you pay us. The fuck? What do you mean? What's wrong with you? We might as well make this part one of our Wednesday powwow, okay? Okay, Nicole needed some time to let that out, honey. I was like, why is everyone allowed to have shitty days and weeks? And I have 1 week where I don't want to be bothered, and all this hoopla is brought about. I was like, it's not fair, and I should be allowed to have the same grace I give everyone else when they're having a shitty week and not hold up to par. Period. But you on my ass because I'm black and I'm in here and I'm the best worker you got. If you keep fucking, the first thing I would say, and I would try to say it in the most professional way possible. But the bottom line is if y'all don't leave me alone and let me have my mental health break, I am going to leave. I am going to leave because I'm not going to be putting up with this. Mainly because I don't have to. Just because I come in here and I'm not in the best of moods does not mean it has anything to do with you. You are not my priority. I'm coming in here to do my job. We trying to slang these motherfucking tacos and these margaritas and get our asses out here. We ain't got time to be sitting up here talking about whether I want to be here or not. Because if you want the fucking truth, no, I don't want to be here. I don't want to sit up here and look in your pasty ass face every day. You be around here acting like a bitch. I tell everybody shit. Your ass be in here acting like a bitch every motherfucking day. You can barely stand up and do your goddamn job. So how dare you question me and whether I want to be here or not? You better mind your business and back the fuck up off me. I been cuss people out. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Just that I've gotten lots of first impressions and they're all different. And I'm like, really though? I love reading y'all's auras and dispositions. It's so much fun. Nah, I was like, if I wanted another job, I would have one before this shift is over. Period, Nicole. Because we ain't got time for this. But I sure would have, I'd have told their asses up. Don't call me in this fucking office again. Or I'm going to give every one of y'all what you want. You understand? Leave me the fuck alone. Not what you need. Okay? My first impression of you, Tirza, I was like, she's really sweet, but she clearly does not play. And love and romance is a way of life for her. Yeah. Tears of love hard. Hell. I think she's very, very sensitive though. And it don't take much to hurt her. Um and I like I said, I just think she loves very hard. And I think that and she's not gonna allow people to come into her space and take advantage of her or to hurt her because she's been there and done that and she ain't trying to hear that shit. That's why it don't take much for her to go from she's nice and sweet to I'm gonna beat your ass. It don't take much because that ticker, that fucking ticker be like, bitch, I know you ain't say what the fuck I think you just said. Oh, hell no. It don't take much. But at her core, she mean well. And I don't think she intentionally sets out to be on no rah-rah shit. It's just it just take her there. That's why I had to tell her like Tirza, before you get in your feelings, hear what I'm saying, relax yourself. Just breathe. Just breathe, babe. Just breathe. I need you to hear what I'm saying first before you get in your feelings. Because I know how you get it. You get a little riled up. And before you know it, she ain't trying to hear nothing you trying to say. Once Tears to get on that high where she ready to fight, ain't no listening to that. She got to take her a break so she can cool herself down. They all felt bad, and that manager has been overly nice so far. Oh, well, Tears, what to call it? Look like you done did your job, babes. It look like you done got them off your ass. Because I'd have cussed their ass out. I'm sorry. But you got a little bit more corporate in you than I do. You got a little bit more corporate, a little bit more business acumen, a little more professionalism. Because I'd have tore their ass a new one. It'd have been all types of bitches and hoes in there. Okay? It'd been all types of bitches. Oh, bitch, did you just say that shit to me? Girl, if you don't leave me alone, coming in here with your breath smelling like tacos and ass, if you don't get your ass away from me, go on now. Go on. Shoot. She said, damn, I feel like you're talking to me. I feel like I should apologize, girl. I was like, Tears just seemed like an it girl. Like, why is she here with us weirdos? I remember the first time Tears came in the live with me. Oh my God.
She's like, why are you, man? Why are you here?
And then
I don't think you belong here.
Because when Tears came in, I was posting the lives in my stories then, and I would look at my I would always look at when people would see my lives and they would see my stories. And then when they started allowing us to post it, oh, the comments. Who is that girl? She's gorgeous. I'm like, that's Tears. That is Tears. Everybody, that's Tears. Okay? When she would come in, they was on her ass. I said, damn. Tears, I just want to borrow a little bit.
Borrow a little bit?
Just throw it. Just throw it. Just throw a little of it. You know, just toss it across the room. I automatically clicked with Nicole and Tiff because you know what's been West Coast click. But with Nicole, she was direct. And Tiffany was too as well, but Tiff has a nicer disposition than most. I appreciate that. She's not like, I'm full Pisces energy. I'm super sensitive. She really is. But at her core, she is a good person. Which I tend to believe that most people are. They just be playing with me, but everyone in the building and even out other locations know if I ever left, shit would go downhill. I don't like that shit. Don't be quit pulling me in no office having no meeting about my disposition. If you don't come to me and talk to me like I'm a human being, say, hey, Nicole, you seem down this week. Are you okay? Don't ask me if I want to be there or not, because bitch, I'm gonna tell you the truth. No, the fuck I don't. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be looking in your smelling your damn breath every day. I barely want to come in this motherfucker. Don't ask me that because you're gonna get the damn truth. Now shoot. She said, oh, Nicole, I'm just as weird. We're all a bunch of weirdos and we love wrestling. Literally, I was like, this girl is a fucking superstar. She done been on 106 in Park. You know what? That 106 in Park video circulates on Twitter every time, right around the time that Janet's concerts be ramping up, starts circulating again.
I just look at it as a full circle moment because I remember sitting down with my grandmother.
Rob was watching that episode. I didn't watch it.
I cannot remember what song was on the countdown that my grandmother liked, and she watched it because it was there. And we watching the episode, and she like, okay, the fans meet Jen. She said, okay, that's cool. She said, why did one girl cry? I said, I don't know, Granny. I was like, I guess she's a really big fan. It's her first time meeting her, so I don't know.
But it wasn't her first time.
Right. And then fast forward 15, 20 some years later, you know her.
Yeah.
The world is too small.
The world is very small. She said, nope, I play mind games at work. She said, you're always going to be cool to me, a cool kid to me, Tears. Oh, that's sweet. They're sweet. I love it when my family is nice to each other. Everybody's happy. Now, I'm sickly nice, and it wears them out. I get snippy and then silent. Don said, I used to listen to Tiffany's live while I was working my slave shift at Wally World.
Not the slave.
Yeah. I need to find this TikTok because it was this dude was like, as a Scorpio, am I going to completely shift the energy of the day of choosing or play psychological warfare with my coworkers? Yep, that's me right now. That is so fucking manipulative, but I love it. I must learn the art of your way. Oh my God, my first impression of Tiffany, I immediately wanted to be her friend. That video of her reading the shit out of the Bellas is fucking I remember underneath the the caption of it, I gave Rhonda 3 points. I was like, don't be naive. Don't trust a bitch who wear the same drawers every day, and never trust a bitch who only wears red lipstick. Them early days was a mess. Oh my god. I thought she was funny as fuck and still do. Child, I be in here cutting up. One of these days when I'm able to have everybody together, y'all can see how my family is and y'all see where I get it from. Because my family is the reason why I am the way that I am. When y'all meet my father and he get a little comfortable and he start going off, that's it. That's where it come from. And my mom, y'all know my mom, she's stupid. So she see, there she go. Ain't nobody even call her. She in there. Brown heard me say him. He ain't said a damn thing. Soon as I said something about her, there she is. Shut up. Shut up, Lydia. Is you in there eating Cheez-Its and vanilla ice cream? I don't believe you.
Mm.
She be eating nasty. Now that's nasty. That's just nasty, Lydia. So that's what Nicole did. She like came to me real, and that's why I may drag her, but she a real one. I miss it. I know when I came in, everybody was like, not a Bella Twin fan. I had to be like, hold on now. I ain't no regular degular Bella fan. I'm a cool fan. I used to get cussed the fuck out in them lives. As soon as I would show up, I could just she would, and I really did not like that. I did not like that because Nicole is incredibly smart, and I liked hearing her perspective because you can't always have just one perspective. It doesn't help, and it really sometimes listening to other people's viewpoints when it comes to anything can just give you a better outlook on that situation, and it also can sharpen the mind and help you understand things a little bit better. Nicole has an amazing mind when it comes to the business period and just wrestling as it should flow and how it should operate as a whole. And that's why I liked listening to her when she would come in. And Alexis too, as much as Alexis likes to downgrade her intelligence, her ideals when it comes to wrestling rest solely on her knowledge of the past of the business and its current acumen. She has a vast knowledge when it
Mm.
comes to the past of it, how it used to work, the superstars that were there then, the matches. She remembers everything. I envy her intelligence when it comes to wrestling. Nicole's too. And Janae, and the reason why I had to, when we started the podcast and things started moving and we added in Janae, is because Janae offers that perspective of on the outside looking in, but she's also a very logical numbers type of person. And I just like that. And I like listening to Don's breakdown because Don doesn't look at it from a perspective of how it should flow business wise. He's looking at it from a viewpoint, but also from within, like the story, how the story should start, beginning, middle, and end, the fun of it, the promos that are cut, how it should break down. He can reassess a story sitting there watching it, and it's just ingenious when you surround yourself with like-minded people and they all see the world differently. You get different perspectives, and it just helps sharpen the mind. When it comes to tears in wrestling, she has personal experience. So when you're listening to her talk about how a match should flow, how people are presented when they're coming out on TV, what she sees is based off of her own personal knowledge of the business, which is another value that I envy in her. Each person that I deal with personally, they have an aspect to their personality that I really enjoy. So I like talking to them because, like I said, iron sharpens iron, and it just keeps me on my feet. Kenny's kind of a wild card. Kenny likes to downplay her intelligence a lot too, but she's incredibly smart. And what I find is oftentimes she's extremely She's afraid of how people are going to perceive her thoughts when she puts them out. So she tends to like to hide in the background. But Kenny usually has a very keen eye when it comes to certain superstars and how certain matches will go. She sees it before most people do, but she isn't going to say anything. So I'll kind of pick Kenny's brain sometimes to figure out where she's at. And then I'm like, okay, let me get a baseline from Kenny, and then I'll talk to Don and see what Don thinks. And when I get done talking to everybody, then I can get a clear picture of where I'm gonna assess everything. Mm. You are all my muses, all of you. Woo. Tears said, "Oh, thanks, Nicole. I was never the cool kid in school, so that low key means a lot." Aw, I hate that. School don't fucking count though, because most people who peaked in high school ain't doing shit right now. We can stop being nice. Hold on now. Don't you start. Don't you start. It's a good day. That's my favorite TikTok because as a Virgo, I can relate. Right. I'm real quick to shift the vibes at work, and I'm on my period right now. Dog, demon time. My favorite video was when she was clearing Daya, and when Natty ran out hella late to save Rod. I said, bitch, where the fuck was you at? Like, what was you doing? If y'all were to meet my people, y'all would think we don't like each other. It's because of how y'all talk to each other. I used to miss the lives due to work, but once I came to the lives, the cold tip, and I clicked creatively, them motherfuckers would boo me like I was on Showtime at the Apollo. Stick. They did. They would literally type out boo in the fucking comments.
Damn.
No, for real. They were really cruel to her. I had to tell them to stop. I blocked a bunch of people because they was doing that. I really did. Because I didn't like that shit. I was like, don't do her like that.
That's fucked up.
She and just because you didn't like what she said doesn't mean you have to be cruel to her.
Yeah, no.
I would disagree with her all the time. And then when she be right, I had to go back and apologize, which I can't stand. Don't you look at me like that because I apologize and your black ass when you right too, which ain't that often. I'm usually right all the time. That's just how it is. That Bella Ronda video is fucking epic. Jared said, now notice how she said diva and not women superstar is the MVP of that video. Like, relax. I ain't Shotzi. Oh, that hurt. That hurt, Nicole. Don't be going at Shotzi like that. She said, yeah, Showtime at the Apollo. That was my shit back in the day. I love Alexis, and all of you wonderful women collectively made me want to go back and watch older shit. Absolutely. I used to love when we would do the lives and I would actually be able to have conversations with people without people going ignorant. It was fun. Like, people were engaging during that time, and we just had a good time. I love that for us. Like, without y'all, I probably wouldn't have went back to watch these older things, even though it was literally at my fingertips. Oh, yes. Kitty is definitely a sleeper. Ali, I'll get to you in a minute because you are not a hard nut to crack either. But I get to you in a second. Sleeping on what, Kitty? Like I said, if you, I want you to go back and listen to what I said in the playback because I was being honest and it was the truth. It was almost like I was meant to run into Tips videos. Oh, don't make me cry. Kenny is hella creative, but then she ends it like, but I don't know. And I'll be like, no, Kenny, that's actually not a bad idea. Exactly. She's very smart, but she kind of hides because she don't want nobody to know, or she don't want to be judged by what she said. So she falls in the background, but I like listening to Kenny. What about me when it comes to wrestling? I think you're very dedicated to the people that you like and you hyper focus on them. When it comes to wrestling, I think that it is about those that you deem to be at the top of the mountain. The Beckys, the Seths, the Dean Ambroses at the time, of course, Braun Breaker, people you like I said before, you're heavily loyal to them to a fault. Whether they are heel, face, or indifferent, you're there. But I do think you have a good assessment of each individual wrestler. Oftentimes, when it comes to certain people, your ideal of what they present, they bring to the table, isn't always seen by everybody. So when you were riding for Becky, a lot of people weren't because you saw something in her that a lot of people didn't see. You saw her greatness before it got there. Same thing goes for Dean Ambrose and for Seth and even Braun Breaker. Each one of them has something that you see in them. And that's a good trait because it means that you can recognize a star right off the bat. And that's a pretty damn good thing. It's a good trait to have, Kayla. Right. I be like, Kenny, say it with your chest, sis. Now when Rico came in, I was like, evil twin, evil twin. Oh, Trisha Paytas me. Kenny, please. And ever since I found Tiff, I've been hooked ever since. Oh, that's so sweet, Brandy. I loved it. I was in my heel era, serving Trish face mask era. I could have been touched. I can't. I love Shotzi, but we know she be sticking some shit up. Stop. I had to stand the code because sis brought in the business logic, so behind the scenes work makes sense to me per Tiff and Nicole. I mean, oftentimes that usually be the issue, and I couldn't stand when people would just sit there and be like, "Oh, it's Vince, 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 Vince." Yes, Vince is a big part of it, but there's a whole machine back there. Like y'all got to be smarter than this. Then I thought about it, and I was like, they really don't know. Like they genuinely don't have no clue. Same with Natty. That's why I was like, "Oh no, y'all flop divas can't be no tag team." Now, Marsh, baby. Now, I will tell you about Rico. When Rico first came in, I didn't really know what to make of Rico, but I will say this Rico, oh, the language, can you turn it down just a little bit?
Oh,
Rico is really, really smart in terms of retention. He remembers just about everything down to the very last detail. Gear wise, Rico is the guy. Okay, Rico's gonna tell you the stitching is off. He's gonna tell you if the colors don't work with him. Like Rico got you down on the gear. Okay, and he's very very detail oriented when it comes to the women. He expects a certain level of wrestling from them. He expects a certain character development from them, and he is hard on them girls. He is hard. But like I said, doing similar to Kayla, when he picks a person and he knows that they are good, oh, he riding you till the wheels fall off. Okay, Isla Dawn, Kiana, Jenny, like he is down like with you like four flats on the Cadillac, okay? And he's usually pretty good at picking them out too. So is Nicole and Don. They all are. They're very good at picking out hidden gems, people who you wouldn't expect to be at the top of the mountain, those who are not like blatantly top guys. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Brian Breaker, it's obvious what he's gonna be, but a sleeper like somebody like Apollo Cruz or somebody like Grayson Waller, that's not somebody that everybody always picks right out the bat. But I know Don had his eye on Grayson Waller the very first time he hit Johnny Gargano in the back with that chair. Don pegged him to be a star, and he was right. When it comes to Apollo Cruz, Nicole is down for him like four flats on the Cadillac, but she has a good reason. He's one of the best, if not the best, superstar in there. Athletic wise, he can carry a story if given the opportunity. He just has to have the right character arc to get him where he needs to be. So Rico's issue, more than specifically, Rico's biggest gift when it comes to wrestling, more specifically, is his ability to be able to pick out the girls who stand out for the right reasons and their uniqueness. He finds the hidden gems in the women's division, and he's very good at it. I have to give him that. Now, Marjorie is a wild card because he's almost unreadable too, but he's very sweet. He's a very sweet person, and he checks up on you when he doesn't hear from you in a long time. Like, Maj is always concerned about everybody. Now, it doesn't always show because he's not always around, and he can't always be around due to how he works. But when he feels like he haven't spoken to you in a while, or he haven't seen you, or he knows that something is wrong, like with your family, or something is wrong with you and you've already told him that, oh, he's going to check on you. He's going to text you. He's going to send you a message. Hey, I'm checking on you to see if everything's okay with your family. How's your dad? How's your mom? How's your sister? He's going to double down to make sure you're okay. And he's always looking out for you, whether it's monetarily, emotionally, mentally, he's there for you. Marjorie is probably one of your core friends, despite the fact that he is going to do what he do, no matter how you feel about it. Marjorie gonna do what he want to do. You understand me? He like, I don't give a fuck about how you feel about it. I'm going. If you scared, stop being scared, because I'm going. He don't care about none of that. But he got you though. He a true friend. I will give him that. Now, when it comes to wrestling, he have his favorites. He like who he like. You know what I'm saying? But he do have some insight into wrestling. And sometimes Marjorie surprise you. But you gotta listen to him. You gotta listen to him first, because sometimes you hear what he's saying, you be like, "Nigga, you crazy," but then he give you a little piece, and you be like, "Damn, that make perfect sense." Okay, Marjorie, I'll give you another shot. Give you another shot. She said, "What's the time stamp, baby? I don't know." Girl, I do not know, honey. I love Marge. Me too. I really do. I remember when Marjorie came to Lancaster, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's so short." Well, he did say he was short, baby. He did. He's a good time. I like to pick his brain and pick on him. It makes my day. I'm sure it makes his too. He definitely did. Your video of him calling Drew Vampire in Brooklyn and Dolph Ziggler fake ass Seinfeld still gets me to this day. I do not even remember.
I was must when Drew came back and him and Dolph was getting the hell
He
shit.
did look like the vampire in Brooklyn because he had that coat on. And you know, Drew got that heavy widow's peak and everything was black. His hair was black. And then Dolph had his hair slicked back. He did look like the vampire Brooklyn. Now, that Seinfeld shit is funny because I said that because I heard Dolph was trying to go and do stand up comedy.
Which I think he still
He still do. He still do it. They say he's pretty good. That's funny though. That's fucking funny. That was gold right there. I don't even remember what video that's on. It's so many videos. It's thousands of videos on my page. Do you know how long I would have to go back and go and listen to all the? Do you know how much time that would take? Shit. No, I do feel like I came across Tiffany B videos because I watch wrestling and I would have nobody to recap with. Yeah, I only had Jared, and Jared is only interested in. He was interested in wrestling before we got together, but it got renewed, I guess you could say, because we got together. So, baby. I was so shocked because I never thought Maj was as short as he is. Oh, I knew. I knew because he when he would take pictures and I would see his pictures, I'm like, he's pretty short. And Piper, oh yeah. Yeah, he ride for Piper heavy. My bad, Aaliyah. Now when it comes to Aaliyah and wrestling, oh, one thing I forgot about Kayla is her memory too. Kayla remembers everything. She forgets nothing. She knows names, dates, times. That's why I just be like, Kayla, if you know the time of the date of this, can you put it in there? Because I don't remember. Ali is another one who's like that too. They have very good memories. They can remember down to the minute what happened. Kayla can break it down piece by piece. Who hit who, how it started, what they said. She can remember everything. I envy that in Kayla. Her memory is ridiculous. Aaliyah too. Aaliyah can remember things very, very good, and she's very precise, which I appreciate. Everything is down to the letter with her, but she a little quippy. She a little snippy. Sometimes Aaliyah a little snippy. It depends on what mood she in that day. She get a little snippy. You be like, girl, you a little hot. Might want to go get you some water or something. Calm yourself down. She said, "Per, I'm an A+ scout." She is, because you know what? The one thing that Nicole has been able to do for the last couple of years is pick out the stars who have been funneled into NXT and coming into the WWE. She pegged Pretty Deadly, had them pegged from the time they hit NXT UK to now. She pegged Creed Brothers from the time they showed up with what's his face? What is his name, baby?
Oh, Baby Boots.
Yeah, what is his name? I can't think of his fucking name. I can see his face. I can't think of his name. She pegged him. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve.
Roderick Strong. I remember his name as soon as I got up to go to the bathroom. Goodness.
Yeah, that was gonna happen.
Hold on a second. He said, "Now Nicole Tears and I are tit detectives. We smell new tits a mile away." Not new tits. Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Hold tight.
Still don't know my worth, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve. Time. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it.
If I ever heard one, and I'm still here outside, front line, south side. I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me. Rolling 80 wheels in a safety. Riding on you. Gotta roll over to you, gotta give a release. Spread your legs downtown, so I'm going up the eve. Hit the raw sounds when I rock up in your sleep. I'ma roll on the forever, let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in harmony.
Talent is crazy. I know new titties when they appear. Me and Dom's been saying about Waller. He gonna blow up on the main roster. Yep. Maj be the first person to check up on you for real. He really do. You can tell he's wrong as the sky is pink, and he know he wrong. And he'll be like, okay, and like he do not give two fucks, baby. He do not give a damn. That's why I get so mad about people around him because a lot of people don't deserve a friend like him. That's another reason why I'm very protective of him too because I feel like he's not as protective of himself, and a lot of people get access to him that do not deserve it, and I just be ready to go off. I don't like that, especially with somebody as sweet and genuine as he is. I don't like that. I don't like that at all because I feel like they all take advantage of him. Just go back like 10 minutes. Like Tip, you was the first person in live stream I was comfortable commenting in and taking on like recently. When I came into the live last Wednesday, I was nervous because I'm shy, but the more I talked, I was more comfortable. You know what, Brandy? What I find to be about you is like you're a lot of because you say so little, it's very difficult to read you sometimes. But I think you're genuinely a very sweet person too, and you're very down to earth. And 90% of the time, you just genuinely want to know and just have fun and talk to somebody about wrestling. Everything else it's fun to have somebody else to talk to about certain things because you cherish the friendship. You need the friend, right? Which I don't have a problem with being. But oftentimes you're very quiet and it's you do input and you put your jokes in and I can see your jokes, I read your jokes, but because I'm not in front of you, it's hard to read you. But I picked up on that you're just a little bit shy, but you do make sure that you make yourself known, you make sure that people see you, but you don't like to be the focus of attention. That's not something that you tend to enjoy. which that's a kinship we both share because I don't necessarily like the focus being the middle or center of attention. I like having it, but I don't like being in the focus of it, if that makes sense. Generally, I'm a very shy person too. At first, when I first started doing this stuff, I did not want to go live because I feared how people would react to me. And it's just my natural reaction to certain things rubs people the wrong way. And in this world that we're living in, anything can be misinterpreted and taken incorrectly, especially without explanation. So I try to be very careful, especially now, which sometimes that kind of takes the edge off of my commentary videos because everybody takes things so to heart and we can't joke or play around no more, and that's the unfortunate part. Like when it comes to serious stuff, like people being homophobic, transphobic, and that kind of thing, I won't say that kind of stuff. But like if I'm joking, about somebody's appearance, or I'm on in a conversation and I'm just having, a little quip or a little take on somebody, like it's a joke. I'm not trying to destroy nobody because I don't care enough about you to do that. If that makes sense. I generally don't. She said, I aim to please. Period, Kayla. Some days are better than others. If I'm in pain, I'm at my most annoyed. You can tell when you having a rough day, Aaliyah. That is very clear. You have a baseline. And as soon as something is wrong with you, or you just not having a good day, you are very, very sharp. Like your cuts are deep. I'd be like, girl, calm down, babes. Relax. It's just wrestling. And I think when I came into live, you first heard it in my voice that I was nervous when I started talking. That's why I said it's okay. You could turn off your camera. You don't want to be on camera. I don't blame you because I don't like being on camera, especially when I ain't got no harness on and I'm sitting in here and I got my night shirt on or my night dress on and your titties long and you got that and then your breath ain't nice, your lips all dry and crackly and crusty. You don't want to be recorded for the dawn of time like that. You so you gotta be like, get somebody else to do it. No, it wasn't Stokely, it was Roderick Strong. They were with him though. They were with him, but I was talking about Strong. Because I couldn't remember his damn name for nothing. As much as I hated it, she called Roxanne the second the second the CM of ink dry. She did. She did. Rico's here. I was scared the first time I came in live. I did not know that. Rico, you done missed everything. Yep, Tiff, you right. Rico done missed all of it. I'm not gonna lie, Rico was the first person to check me back with the quick quips. Okay. Rico get you together. That's why I'll be like, I will bust you in your throat if you say that ignorant shit to me again. He be going in. Like I he went off on somebody. It was Dime. He went off on Dominic for almost 20 minutes. I said, will you leave that child's hair alone? He would not get that baby's hair a rest, honey. So when he gave it back, I was like, well, I've met my match finally. Sometimes I do get scared to be vulnerable because I'm very sensitive and I'm afraid to be taken advantage of emotionally and verbally. But I do feel comfortable talking to you and the gang. Well, you know what, Kayla? That is a very good thing because that means that you know how to read people well enough to understand that everybody doesn't mean you harm, but you can tell when people just aren't genuinely going to be nice to you. They're people you don't have to be concerned with. You don't have to worry about it. What I would tell you to do is when you meet people, you let them know up front. I have Asperger's, so sometimes some things for me just aren't going to click the way that they click for you. But I just want you to just take your time with me. And I think that we can be good friends. If they can accept that, then cool. If not, then cut their asses off. Don't talk to them. Because just because you have a form of autism don't mean you deserve to be treated like shit. People have to learn how to have patience. And I don't like when people treat people wrong. That shit is disrespectful to me. Roxanne is gonna be her in 2 years. I think give her some time. Roxanne gonna get it together because she cut a decent promo today. Cause she came out there, she wasn't trying to rest on the fact that she has anxiety or anything like that. She was very clear and very concise. She said, "You and I are friends outside of the ring and in the ring." But she said, when it comes to that title, it's every woman for themselves. I said, you better tell her. You better talk your shit, Roxanne. You better go. I said, okay, I see it coming out of you. I see it. I saw it in Roxanne. The moment Roxanne was in the Royal Rumble, I knew Roxanne is going to be one of the girls. If not the girl, she was going to be one of the girls. I was obsessed with watching Roxanne. I just wanted somebody to talk to about with her. That's another thing with Aaliyah. Aaliyah got vast knowledge of the indie girls too. Like she knows a lot of those underground indie girls that pop up in NXT. Aaliyah have a really good knowledge of what they've been doing before they got there. She knows their matches. She know what they're capable of. Match quality. Aaliyah know all that shit. When you be talking about some of the girls in NXT, not the girls from the Next in Line program, but the indie girls like Gigi Dolan and girls like Jason Jane, girls like um Roxanne. Aaliyah be having some vast knowledge of their prior work too. She be knowing. You have to listen to her. Just every now and then when them girls and guys come in there, she give you a little bit. You gotta pay attention to what she be saying. But she'll give you one if you pay attention to her. I guess because I called Liv when nobody else saw it. And I think Nicole was the only one that saw it. Everybody was against Liv in the beginning. You was the only one that said give Liv some time and she'll come up and she'll meet to where she needs to be. After a while, Nicole was right there with you because she said, if you don't give people a chance to get there, they'll never get there. So let's just wait it out and wait and see. And I said, fair. So in the beginning, Don, it was just you. You was all by your lonesome on that island by yourself. But then Nicole saw something and lived right when she won Money in the Bank. And then when she took the title from Ronda, that's when she started saying that is one of the girls. And she definitely is going to be one of the girls at the top of the mountain. Don said you was giving flowers. I definitely did. I definitely did. Which is rare because I love to talk, but my inner circle is very close because I fear that that could be my downfall because sometimes the people closest to you can be your biggest enemies. The way you avoid all of that is allow people to be in your circle that deserve to be there. And you do, Don's right, you do need to have love for yourself. It's okay to have that fear. That's a healthy fear. But one thing you can't let it do is cripple you from being able to live life because that's a hard lesson that I still have to learn to this day. However, I understand that my personality can draw people in, but I have a tendency to push people away and push people out because I have that same fear. I do not want to be hurt by anybody, and I don't want anybody who's close to me to hurt me. So oftentimes I will pull away from certain people and live in my world where it's comfortable because those that are in my world that I've allowed to be there for me in my mind deserve to be there. So that's why I'm like, oftentimes I'm always hanging out with Jared because I trust him with my life. And oftentimes he's one of the only people who listens to me rant and rave and ramble. I know he'd be so tired. He is one of the only people who will listen to me drone on and on about everything that I want to talk about and not tell me to shut up. Like my dad listens to me. Like I be doing my podcast, and I think you'll hear it on one of the podcast episodes that I did. It was one of the pop culture episodes that I just put up. I was talking about some of the stories on there, and he chimes. Oh shit, you died.
Yeah, yeah.
He chimed in on it. We was I was bouncing ideas. Well, I was having a conversation and he was helping me kind of work out, what I was saying in the podcast. My dad listens to me talk often. He's one of the few people who can actually understand me when I speak because I have a tendency to talk in circles. So he's one of the people who will actually listen to what I'm saying and then bring me back to the topic at hand, because I go off on a tangent in a minute. Okay. It do not take much. But yeah, you just have to you just protect your inner peace. And Don's right, you do need to practice some self-love. So if I was you, like I always suggest this because I feel like it is the only thing that is truly like really you getting to know yourself is whatever you love to do, go and do that by yourself. Now, if you're scared to do it by yourself, take somebody with you who you really like. Go out to lunch, go to dinner. But I encourage dating yourself. Taking yourself to the movies, going out to dinner and having a bite to eat at a restaurant. I think that that is a a great thing and a great treat to do for yourself because you just enjoy spending time with yourself. There's nothing like it. I'm telling you. And then you'll learn to force people to appreciate being around you. Because you like, bitch, I am a treasure. Okay. You will enjoy being around me, ho. Okay. Cause fuck his fuck ass rat tail mullet looking like a toddler trying to play juvenile delinquent. I cannot. No, Kayla. Once I got to understand you, I got to love you. She really is a very sweet person. She really is, and she's protective to a fault. Like Kayla got your back all day. She ain't gonna let nobody come at your neck. And that girl is lethal. Ooh, that tongue is lethal. Okay, girl, that tongue lethal, baby. She'll cuss you out like a sailor. I'm like, who taught you this? Who taught you these heavy words? Oh my God. Yeah, like I don't have too many friends like that like wrestling. So meeting someone like you that likes wrestling, like me, it feels good. It definitely does, Brandy. I feel you. Cause you know what? I have my graduating class. There's a few people that watches wrestling still with me. And you know what's always strange is that we'll be in a setting with them and they will come to where I am and ask me what I think about it. They're like, Tiffany, you watch wrestling, right? I'm like, you know that I watch wrestling. Okay, tell me what you think about the match that they had. Like I did the fish fry. What was it last weekend? The weekend before last? And my friend Christine asked me about it while we was bagging up the boxes and stuff. And he was like, so what did you think? What did you think? I'm like, I'm like, babes, I was not a happy camper. Like, I respect the booking decision because it takes me a little bit of time to understand what I'm watching after I get done being emotional about it. You know what I'm saying? I respect the booking because it caused so much controversy and so much turmoil. It was damn near ingenious, but it pissed me off so bad. And I think, and I told him that when I go back and watch it some years later, I will learn to appreciate what I saw. You understand what I'm saying? Because I didn't at first. And I lightweight still don't. But I get it. I still stand by what I said. I felt like they shouldn't have booked Cody so fucking strong the way that they did. But I get why they did that because it would not have had the same impact that it had they had not given Cody this fucking Cinderella story booking. So I respect the booking. I get it. I just hated it. I still hate it. But yes, I understand your pain in that because when I was a teenager and when I was in middle school, I absolutely adored wrestling. I loved it. And I got teased mercilessly for it because people didn't watch it no more. They had stopped watching it after, the Attitude Era. And they was just like, you still watch wrestling? That shit is whack. You know it's fake. Like, the drill. You know how it is. We get treated like We some fucking idiots, but you'll go watch fucking Endgame and be mad in a damn movie theater because damn character ain't being portrayed the way you want it to be. But I'm not allowed to watch Stone Cold Steve Austin cuss somebody out and spit beer on them because that's corny. But you get to yell about comic book characters all day. Make it make sense. You can't be mad at me. You like what you like, and I like what I like. What's wrong with that? She said, it's no shade. I have the ability to stop listening from time to time. I get it from my mom, from my mom. But I always hear you, Kayla. Yep, too. She, yep, too. She young. I ain't trying to rush her. The only other person I tuned into was 2 years. She gonna be at Mania. That's very quick. And I know all the PC people. Child, Rico has a steel trap mind. It's like a file cabinet. It amazes me to this day how he organizes, categorizes, and files every person that comes through that PC. He knows all of the PC class kids. All of them, Jared. He knows all of them kids that be in the next class. He files them away and he knows when each one of them pop up, where they came from, what their name was and is now. It's fucking uncanny. Jealous. Aaron Matthews, he's a game changer. He started on Twitch and he's the only one that I watch and it made sense. But I had to fight for my life in the comments. I just want to do hood rat stuff with my hood rat friends. I know what you meant. She said this fucking autocorrect gonna be my 13th reason. I legit said within 2 years she's gonna be champion. Everybody was like, I don't know. I said, watch. And Liv was like, watch me get out the bathtub. And I was like, I'm watching, bitch. Speaking of Liv, why she dump water on herself like that? I said, this white bitch crazy. Girl, I can't explain everything. Sometimes I do turn my head sideways. Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Clearly you don't. Clearly you don't clear Kiana. Okay. To be fair, I did not give a fuck about Kiana. But I never, ever, ever denied what she was capable of in the ring. I have always been an advocate for her ring work. I thought she excels beautifully in the ring. But I don't like that bitch as a character. I don't care what y'all say about that Oompa Loompa looking bitch. I don't care. I don't like it. Well, I was born, I had a seizure, and I was in the incubator for 2 weeks. And I was told when I was diagnosed with autism, I would never be able to talk and never have a normal life. Well, girl, it looked like you, my dear, are doing very, very well. And for that, all of that to be put on you early in life, and for you to defy the odds, baby, you got a long, beautiful life ahead of you where you're going to continue to defy the odds. Okay? He said, I love talking to myself. That's how I go about myself. I'll be like, myself saying, that's Cora. Yes, Kayla. When I side eye myself, I go cross-eyed. Baby, that's a mess. That's a mess. But here I am. Here I am. Even though I don't have a BF, I'm alive and well. Graduated high school, fourth in your class. Damn. I could have been fourth in my class if I actually went to class. I did not go to class, but I tell you what, when I was in college, I made the dean's list twice, my nigga. I was on it. Okay. I'm real strong in my family. But girl, 4 for your class, amen. Ain't God good? And she said it will talk somebody's ear off. So cheers, y'all. Period. And she 20 years seizure free. That's good. You blessed and highly favored. We're blessed in the city. I love that song. We're blessed in the high and in the low. Sometimes you got to sing the good news. A couple of the guys in my group watch wrestling, but they are mostly casual watchers. She says, I have another that's somewhat casual, but is an avid watcher. He got his girlfriend into it, and she's a Bianca fan and only cares about her. Period. I started watching wrestling on my B day in 2012. I did some high school classmates and a couple of teachers who does or did watch wrestling, so I wasn't completely alone when it came to wrestling. Very good. Y'all don't understand. I was getting high with this dude on Sunday and I was telling him how I group things and I showed him my phone and he was like, "You a Gemini, Rico?" He was like, "You realize you organized your phone like your brain? This is literally how you think. Everything is grouped into categories and their relevance is sorted by you, very much so. That's how he operates 100%. I believe it. Bathtub lid was unhinged, girl. I'm a Leo. Leo sun, Leo rising, Scorpio moon. Do you have Gemini placements? My mother is a Gemini. Well, when I was born, once again, the damn typos. I got what you meant, Kayla. No worries, babe. Because that organization shit is peak Gemini. My sister is a Gemini, and she very much is like that. But she's not organized like that. But she does have OCD to the point where she cleans excessively, and she washes clothes almost like every day. She's washing clothes. My sister takes like 5 or 6 showers a day. Like she has, it's not crippling OCD, but it is ritualistic. I have two. Motherfuckers be crazy. My Saturn and N node are Gemini. Our testament praise dances. Nicole, I'll DM you my chart. Hold on. I told my ex co-workers Quantum, my sun, moon, and rising, and she sprayed me with lights. Okay, because everyone I know who got Gemini placements is a Gemini and is a Gemini are insane about order and having hit organized. I am a Virgo, but and a Cancer Libra, so I'm never wrong. And is often. When we all went to SmackDown last year, she was mad because Bianca wasn't there and they weren't selling her t-shirts. Ooh. Oh, that's messy.
That's tough.
Right? And my photos on my phone aren't even sorted by relevance in order. One be here, one there, one there. But it's a weird system. I would definitely be like, I I would literally lose my shit if I see your phone and it's scattered. My mom's phone is like that, and when I look at it, I'm like, why is your phone not like? Why is the phone icon not at the bottom? Why is the message icon not at the bottom? Like when y'all look at my phone, the face of my phone, it literally. It literally is organized. I got all my shit organized on my phone. Now, when you look at my room is a fucking catastrophe. But I thrive in this. But my phone has to have order so I can find it. Because, bitch, if I look at your phone and it's chaotic, I'ma throw it. I will throw it. Cause I can't function like that. She said, I'm a Kenny, period. Tell him, Kenny. Tell him. Tell him. Tell him. It's an OCD about certain things. Oh, I'm very weird about how things need to be. He very much is. That's true. I'm a stickler for structure. Oh, girl, please, let's not lie. Oh, I'm not lying. Shoot. Whereas Virgos are strict about everything, Geminis are obsessive about certain things. My sister is a stickler for cleanliness, brushing your teeth, washing your body, clean clothes, clean bed sheets. She doesn't like strange smells or bad smells. She becomes very irate if it is not done correctly. So, yeah, she's a very much a stickler for that specifically. Like in school, it bugged me when teachers wouldn't erase the board all the way. Oh my God, I can't stand that. Like if you erase the board and you leave a piece of the word on the board, just clean it the fuck off. You lazy short bitch. Just clean it off. Like you would literally just wipe. And then you would wipe next to it and not clean it off. I'd be like, Miss K, please, can you finish cleaning off the board? Then she get that little ashy finger pointing at me. I will call your parent. I will call your parent. What is your parent's name? I don't know. You said you're gonna call her. I'm not gonna tell you her number so you can call her. I'm not gonna do that. Send me to the office, bitch. Because I'm not gonna do that. My phone is only 3 pages. 3 pages? 3 pages of what? Hold on, I need to see this. I'm gonna cuss your ass out if it's a mess.
My grandmother started hanging up on she called our house. She was like, yes. Yes, this is Miss K. Click.
Let me see this nigga phone. You know what I get you. Look at this shit. It's not bad. His his group Gerard.
Mm-hmm.
It say Moonies. That's what it say at the bottom. It say look at this. Look at this shit. It say Moonies. This ain't bad, Rico. I ain't mad at you for it. This ain't bad.
Okay, so I did everywhere. Where the fuck am I supposed to go?
You know what? This is how my phone looks. But I don't have my stuff at the bottom. Like my stuff is all here. Let me screenshot it. I'll show you. My phone is very, very easy. I got all my shit in order. I don't like it being out the way. I put my calendar on that page, and then I don't have nothing past my calendar because everything that I need is on my front page. I don't need no screenshot of Don's phone because I know it's all kinds of fucked up. I know it's fucked up. It got like 8 pages. Oh, the chaos. Oh my God. It's so many. Just group these bitches together. What is wrong with you? Y'all are some psychopaths. What is this? Okay, to be fair, he got folders, but he ain't put the shit in the folder. Look like this. I'm gonna throw it. I swear. Look how many emails he got.
I can't say shit.
Why do y'all just leave the emails up there? Why don't you delete it, Jared? You don't need them. I'm gonna delete it. If I get a hold of your phone, I'm deleting all that shit. Look at these messages. Look at this. That don't irritate you. That don't get on your nerves. Just group all this shit together. Goodness. Oh, my eyes. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I can't believe you. Kenny said, I'm putting my face on my shit. Our stuff is grouped okay. Kim, you got 60. Kimmy got it's 30,000 emails. Why don't you just delete them? I swear to God, I'm gonna have an anxiety attack. Just delete them. That's a cute picture of Kenny. Look, it's cute. 30,000 emails. That is ridiculous. Don't make no sense. Ooh. Let me go to y'all comments, then I'll leave y'all alone. You do. You be wrong. A lot. I sent my phone organization in the group chat. His phone is not that bad. It's not that bad. When people got their apps color coded, immediately call the police because they're probably a serial killer. Ma'am, what you're not going to do is talk about me like this. Because my apps are color coded. Hold on. Hold on. I'll put it in here so everybody can see it. Hold tight.
Still don't know my worth, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve. Time. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it. If I say I hate you, I mean it.
This is what my screen looks like. I take all of the apps I have, I put them in certain folders, and then when I get ready to use it, I click my folder, my phone, my gaming app, my camera, my messages, all at the bottom so I can see it. Calendar is up there. My verse for the day is up there. And then I have all my stuff, lifestyle, everything, the whole nine. That's how it looks on my phone. And then the next page that I have is my calendar with everything that I need to do for the next month. All my important events is up there. That is it. Like it is I am organized. Everything that I need is right there on the front part of my phone. I have the time of the day, the weather report. Like I said, the verse of the day is there. So I can do my daily word. And then I have everything on the forefront. Everything is grouped by category: social media, education, entertainment, lifestyle and living, business stuff that I have to use. My finance stuff is up there. Everything is grouped where it needs to be. That's how I have it in my phone. I I can't have it any other way because I will freak out. I literally will have a panic attack. Like I've deleted something by accident. It's not where I usually have it. It weirds me out. So I have to have it like that. Now, don't laugh at my wallpaper. That wallpaper is fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, smudges bother me. Like the little dots. I would imagine it'd be more like smears, like a smudge of like food or grease or when the glasses are dirty and it gets smudged, something like that. I go 7 pages. He got 7 fucking pages. That shit is baffling. Like, how are you functioning with like this is just ridiculous. Let me see Nicole's. See, this is cool. Her phone is set up like my mom's. My mom's phone is set up like this, but my mom's phone is hella chaotic. It is hella chaotic. But this is simple. It ain't nothing crazy. You ain't got 50,000 emails up here. I'm going to slap Don, Rico, Don and Kenny gonna get skippity peps. All them damn emails on y'all phone don't make no sense. He said, that's too much work. To delete stuff? Oh, I'm a cleaning freak. Like, stuff have to be clean. That's why I work as a housekeeper. You could do your own business as a housekeeper and make really good money because people do not want to clean their houses, and you could charge them by the room. Girl, you can make bank up here in Cleveland, make some money. There were some teachers that I liked during my school years, rare in junior high school. If I could go back, I would tell the teachers that I didn't like to go fuck themselves with their stuck up faces. That's because you know what? They didn't understand how to teach you, and they were not prepared to understand. And that's one thing that I do think the education system, especially for teachers, is failing at, is teaching them how to recognize autism in students and being very sure of where they should be placed in terms of their learning capabilities, because people just aren't doing that. Oh, this is so cool. Kayla, you're so pretty. Look at Kayla.
Mhm.
She's so pretty. That's cool. Be her ass. She said, how should we go about bringing TrishStratus.com back into reality? Suggestions appreciated. Punch her in the back of her head like she did you on Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago. That's how you bring that hoe back to reality. You want Slim Shady or back to reality. Always like that. All right. He said, don't worry about them emails. I told you where all the messages come from. Just delete them. But I'm a nice, nasty kind of bitch. Because don't nobody give a fuck about them emails. Delete them then. Goodness. Emotional damage. Hold on, I got it. Hold on, I got it. Oh, sorry.
Emotional damage. You want some?
That's a cute pic. I have 1,000 Gmail. Why? Just delete them. Oh my God. I try to get away from the emails and delete a few thousand, and then they come back like I didn't just delete them. We'll send them to spam, and they all will go to spam. You won't even see them. because I don't go past the second screen. What? Then why do you have it? What? That is so inefficient. Oh, I'm gonna slap your phone out your hand right on the ground. Get this shit out of here. Oh, my bad. My bad, Aaliyah. Yes, like I literally can't sit and delete shit. That's a damn shame. That is a damn shame. Don't make no sense. You a grown ass man. Ooh, I didn't know that. What do you think of my wallpaper? It's very cool, Kayla. I love it. That's my as of I don't know. I don't like obnoxiously loud chewers. Like if I'm in a chair at a table and you're 5 tables away and I can hear you, it makes me sick to my stomach. Oh. Oh, I said when I make it, I'm airing shit out because I feel like when I went a predominantly black school, they failed me according to how to teach me and see what my really is, what my issue really was. Excuse me. I delete them at the end of the school year because they literally send a mass text out like every day. Oh, but what if Trish and Lita set Becky up? If it could possibly lead to Becky reunited with Charlotte. You know what? That's a fair assessment, Kayla. I'm not surprised by that. It's possible. I just don't think that that's true. P.S. Don't cover my neck. I said that it was a possibility. It is very possible, and I agree that it's possible. I just don't think that is true. I honestly think that people genuinely just outgrow each other, and in this case, that's what happened with Becky and Charlotte. I don't think they wish no ill will on each other, but I do think that they have just outgrown their friendship. I would love for them to go back to being friends again because when you marry, you in a different place, you different people. You know what I'm saying? When you get married and you are able to actually be a friend in that space, that's a whole different ball of wax right there. When I download shit, it just keeps adding. I wish you would just group that shit together and then delete what you don't use. That don't make no damn sense. I told y'all to hit 500 tabs. This motherfucker has a Safari page open, and that Safari has 500 tabs on it.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
He doesn't delete them. He just close it out. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I lose track of time in life, so I haven't deleted them. It's okay, Kayla. He said, "Ooh, bitch, I hate hearing choose." Listen, I don't like listening to people smack on food or eat with their mouth open. I feel like you're being rude on purpose when you do shit like that. Now I can understand if you are enjoying your food and you just make a sound like this is good. That's different. But when you just legitimately are like, no, bitch, no, shut the fuck up, shit. Okay, let's fuck them emails. I despise chewing noises, especially if you chew with your mouth open. Ugh, count me out. I mean, it's possible, but Trish did attack Lita. Unless Molly Holly want to have another run. Mmm. Laugh my ass off. Look at the city girls in the group chat. Oh, what what is this? Damn, I ain't know that Young Miami was taller than JT. I thought they was the same height. What's with the mullets? Why don't they just wear the pixie cut? They look better in the pixie cut. Ugh, this is not cute. Ugh. Did they Photoshop this? I feel like this is Photoshopped. This shit is Photoshopped. I swear it is. I'm looking at it like, what the fuck is going on here? What is happening? Oh, Ice Spice don't look bad with a mullet. She don't look bad at all. I mean, Lotto, okay. Saucy Santana look a mess. Drake don't look bad. He don't look bad with a mullet. Somebody Photoshop skills is ridiculous. I read it, child. I saw the first I saw the first page and I was able to see that it was a what if scenario. I said, Kenny, what the hell? I hate when people talk while they're eating. That triggers me so much. I do it, so I can't even talk shit about that because I do it often. And I see every time I do it, like a bunch of people leave my life, right? I'd be like, fuck y'all, I'm hungry. Shit. I legit stare people down when they chew crazy. Kayla be chewing obnoxiously, and I'd be like, you really about to do that in my ear? If I know somebody who chews with their mouth open, I'll send my best regards and stay home. Damn. It is Photoshop. I thought it was. I hate when people talk over people in a condescending tone on purpose. Like, shut the fuck up and get your head out of your ass. Facts. Michael, just look like his Killmonger character. I mean, fair. That's why I ain't saying nothing about him. I was just like, oh, okay. Or purposely ignore you when I'm trying to say something important. Someone in the comments said Bully Ray Spice. Speaking of Killmonger, I finally watched Black Panther Wakanda Forever with my dad on Disney Plus, and I absolutely loved it. And I almost cried. Oh no, baby, I cried, legit tears. The funeral, the end, what happened to Angela Bassett's character. I legitimately cried. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. My youngest niece does that cartoon chewing. I'd be like, Callie, please. Not Kayla calling me out. Bully Ice Cyrus, child. I didn't know I was calling you out, Don. I'm sorry. He gonna be all right. He'll be all right, honey. Don't even worry about it. I cried in the beginning. It hurt my soul. It really did. It was it was hard because especially like because you feel like you knew Chadwick, you know what I'm saying? And for him to pass like that, and then they gave him a funeral, it was like everybody got to have a funeral for him, where his loved ones got to have their own way to say goodbye to him. That movie gave us the opportunity to be able to say goodbye to such an amazing human being, and like you couldn't help but cry. Like it really hurt because I was like, there was so much that could be done
Yeah.
with that franchise and just Chadwick in general. Like he just was that guy. He was such a good actor and a really good person. And it made me cry so many times. And I felt so bad for Sherry because she was doing everything in her power to save him. And she just couldn't. and Killmonger had burned all the fucking herbs. So there was nothing left. There was nothing. It just broke my heart. They bringing the PSP back. Sony handheld device is being called the Q Lite, rumored to drop November of 2023. It's gonna be $200. What they trying to do? Compete with the Nintendo Switch? Because I found the Nintendo Switch controller where you can actually dock the physical Switch on the controller and play that shit right there, Jared. I found that shit on Amazon. I'm gonna get this for my baby. I'm gonna get my baby a new controller so we can be in these streets. The last two Guardian movies made me cry. Watch me be in the theater crying for this one. The second one made me cry for sure. When I actually like Chris Pratt. When I actually like Chris Pratt, that one made me cry. I'm not going to the theaters to see this third one. I'm just not. I cried like 3 or 4 times during Wakanda Forever. Me too. PSP is being brought back. It seems like they're revamping it into another system, and they're calling it the Q Lite. And it's going to be on sale in November of 2023. That's what it's rumored to be, and it's going to be $200. If they doing that, then it should be all digital, and you should be able to play the games that's on your PS5. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you should be able to stream them, right? Don't that make sense? The PSP was ahead of its time for sure. Oh, AJ had one. We was coming home from Valdosta. He on a damn train playing Guilty Gears and shit. Had a whole nerd out session with the damn conductor. The conductor like, "Are you playing Guilty Gear?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen that in forever. Can I see?" They sitting there I'm just like,
now that man's supposed to be taking the rest of everybody's seats on that damn train.
I'm like, really? Really, AJ? Really? He was like, "What?" I'm like, "You couldn't hide your nerdum for 5 minutes on this damn train? It's not my fault. He the one who nerded out with me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I was just sitting here." I was like, shut the fuck up.
My own business playing my Guilty Gear judgment.
Literally, the conductor comes up to him and just has a full-on conversation about Guilty Gear. And then the man go, "All right, man, I'll see you around, man. I might come back around here and fuck with you a little bit." Dry said, "Yup." I said, "No, you the hell you ain't. Shit. This train ride long. The fuck? I'm not finna listen to y'all nerd out on some goddamn Guilty Gear. I'm not finna do it." Is it wrong that I didn't completely cry?
Oh, shit.
No, Caleb, because everybody experiences this stuff differently. Everybody watches the movie in a different light. So what you saw may not have made you feel as emotional as what I saw. So that's okay. Nobody's going to judge you for not crying the way I cried or the way, Aaliyah cried or Kenny cried. Everybody's affected differently. So don't worry. It's nothing to worry about. You are perfectly fine the way that you are. Not the conductor. Gerard, listen. I'll say this about him and then I will leave y'all alone. There is one thing about AJ that is probably one of his best qualities, and that is his ability to spend time with anybody. And actually, he has an uncanny ability to draw people into him, and he does it effortlessly. It's weird. When we actually get to be in each other's presence, you'll see Gerard is naturally himself all the time. I know that he probably has a fear of being in public with certain people because naturally everybody has that fear. But once he gets into a space where he's comfortable, oh, Gerard's going to have a conversation with you. If you strike up a conversation with him and y'all are talking and he's well versed in that topic, oh, he's going to talk to you all day long. He will sit there and entertain you and talk to you all day long about whatever it is y'all talk about. Whatever y'all have found a common ground on, Gerard zero ends on it and y'all will be fast friends. It happens every time. I've watched this man stand in line at the store and get into a full conversation with somebody about some random shit. I be sitting there, I just be looking. They be joking and laughing like they done known each other for the last 10 years. Jared be throwing his head back and laughing and cackling and shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, that lady just came by and I had kind of bumped into her a little bit and we just started talking. She real cool. What? Meanwhile, I walk in the store and it's like a fucking monster done come in there. Everybody looks at me like I'm a goddamn weirdo. I'm like, you know what? This is some bullshit. Man, hell dog. When I tell you that is Gerard to the T, he just naturally is everybody's very good friend. He can appear that way. And he knows how to make you feel comfortable so like you don't feel like you have to have small talk with him. He's engaging in conversation and he makes sure to let you know that he's interested in what you're talking about. It's a very, very good trait in him. And it also makes other people feel comfortable speaking to him because they just do. He just has a way of making people feel like you're his very good friend and he cares about what you're talking about when you're speaking to him. Whether he actually does or not is totally up to him. You'll never know if he cares or not because he's going to give you the attention in the conversation. Whether he believes or wants to say what you're saying is true or not doesn't matter. AJ's going to be focused on that conversation with you because he respects what you're talking about in that moment. That's how he is. I like it, but I don't like everybody else being able to have that. So I'm very jealous. I'm like, don't sit and talk to that bitch while I'm sitting right. That's my intimate time. You don't get to have that aspect of my husband. You can talk to him, but don't say shit else. Say hi and bye. Get your funky ass up out of here. No, like Gerard, oh my God, your hair is so nice. I like your shoes. Where'd you get it from? Oh, don't talk about no Jordans. Don't talk about no Jordans because Jared talked your ear off about some damn Jordans. That's why I had to come in and be like, what the fuck y'all talking about? What's going on over here? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You over here talking about Jordans. It better just be Jordans. Don't be touching him neither. Because I'll cut you. Okay? Okay, listen, AJ's the homie. Yeah. Everybody's big brother Jerry. Now, the only person he will allow to call him that is Janae, because that's his ace coon boom right there. Anybody else, please call him Gerard. Please, please. Please call him Gerard or AJ, because he gets very upset with me when y'all call him Jared or Gerard or Gerard. He don't like that. He don't like that. You got these motherfucking people calling me Jared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm comfortable. What you want me to do? I'm like, you call me pretty lady in front of everybody. That he said that's a nice name. I don't like being called Jared because that's not my name. And you know that I've been having troubles with people figuring out my damn name. I'm like, okay, baby, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Okay, everybody. I got to go. I've got to go. I will see y'all tomorrow on Freestyle Wednesday. We'll finish talking about this stuff tomorrow on Freestyle Wednesday. There is a Red Rums bizarre and horrible true crime stories up right now. There's a couple episodes of Pop Culture Wednesday up there on the podcast right now. The KTT is going tomorrow. A new Pop Culture Wednesday is going to go up. And y'all gonna hear it all. I'm gonna get with the girls this week and we'll have a new podcast up. You can get both of these podcasts on Spotify. Down for the Count is available on Apple and Google Podcasts. And tomorrow is gonna be Freestyle Wednesday, and that's where we're gonna talk, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna chill like we did today. And I promise y'all it's gonna be a good day. Okay. I hope everybody had a decent day. At first, I Don said I'm the only person he can kiki with about his name. I don't know about that. Whatever Jared say is what he say. Now shit. That's a right that he gonna have to give you because I can't give you that. But I will see y'all tomorrow and we can finish this conversation tomorrow when we talk about some more stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll see you tomorrow when we go live. And then we'll do SBC chat tomorrow. And I might do some Am I the Asshole stories tomorrow because I haven't done that on this channel in a while. And we need some different contents. All right. So y'all have a good night. Get some rest. And I'll see you tomorrow.